For the latest film interviews, reviews, and everything making news in pop culture, subscribe to Film Companion now. Anthologies are currently in fashion. The best thing about the format is that in most anthologies there is at least one standout film. Like Zoya Akhtar's short in Lust Stories or Dibakar Banerjee's in Ghost Stories or Avinash Arun's in Unpaused. In Ajeeb Dastans, that film is Neeraj Khaiwan's Geeli Puchi. Geeli Puchi Dedi. Even though the short doesn't match the searing brilliance of those earlier ones, it is the clear winner in this patchy 4-film collection. Geeli Puchi means wet kiss. The term signifies the tenuous connection that two women in a small town in North India make with each other. Bharti Mandal, played by a terrific Konkona Sen Sharma, is the sole woman working on a factory floor. She's smart, ambitious, tough. When a co-worker insults her, Bharti retaliates, but not with a slap. She punches him in the face like a boxer in a ring. We're told that she gets into fights every 2 or 3 months. We're also told that the factory has no toilets for women. But Bharti doesn't complain either about that or her toxic co-worker. Her rage simmers just beneath the surface. Bharti is female, Dalit and gay, which means that she's marginalized 3 times over. Her talent and ability alone will never be enough to get her ahead. Priya Sharma is the opposite. Neeraj emphasizes Aditi Rao Hydari's porcelain beauty and Aditi expertly nails Priya's naivete, her constant patter and her childlike eagerness to be friends with Bharti. As the upper caste Sharma ji ki bahu, Priya is allowed to work, but she's not allowed to walk to the factory. Priya has privilege which she's blissfully unaware of, but she is in fact more trapped than Bharti. Briefly, the two women find warmth and a hesitant intimacy. There's a lovely scene in which Bharti cooks chicken for Priya, who's not allowed to eat non-vegetarian food in her husband's home. But ultimately, Bharti comes to realize the chasm between them cannot be bridged. Caste and gender have always played a starring role in Neeraj's cinema, but here he also throws in sexuality. He and writer Sumit Saxena create a layered story which keeps twisting with exquisite subtlety. Watch out for the details, like how the word churel binds the two women, or the way Bharti's face hardens when she realizes she will always be the outsider, or the superb use of a steel mug. The background score by Alok Nanda Das Gupta enhances the complex emotions embedded in the story: loneliness, desire, resentment, revenge. And the end will leave you both conflicted and satisfied. Debutant director Kayozi Irani also tells a story about a tenuous connection. Ankahi is about a housewife, Natasha, struggling to keep her life on track as her daughter loses her hearing. Her husband, who seems to be in denial, claims that he's too busy to learn sign language.
I don't have time to learn the sign language.
As their bond is reduced to screaming matches and silences, Natasha finds refuge in friendship with Rohan, a hearing-impaired photographer. Their relationship plays out in pretty gardens, cafes, comedy clubs, and his beautifully furnished apartment. The jagged edges here are only in the emotions, but Kayozi sustains a lovely warmth, and Shefali Shah and Manav Kaul are wonderful. These two are such seasoned players that with minute expressions they speak volumes. The ending reminded me of Jason Reitman's 2009 film Up in the Air. I hope after watching this, more directors think of Manav as a romantic lead. Oodles of charm are waiting to be tapped. The other two stories in this collection, Majnu by Shashank Khaitan and Khilona by Raj Mehta, seem to have been conjured up in a parallel universe from Neeraj and Kayozi's. The first is a purposefully pulpy tale about a thuggish political leader who is forced, as he says, into a Gathbandhan ki shadi. He abandons his wife on their wedding night, so she proceeds to flirt outrageously with every man who crosses her path. At one point, she squeezes a bicep and says suggestively, "Gym jate ho?" There aren't many actors who can make writing like this look good. Fatima Sana Sheikh fails, as does the usually wonderful Jaideep Ahlawat. This is the rare instance when he seems to have dialed in his performance. In Khilona, Nusrat Bharucha gives her best shot at playing an alluring housemaid who's trying to sustain herself and her daughter. The story, also by Sumit Saxena, attempts to comment on class divisions, or as someone puts it, Kothi wale or Katiya wale. But the plot is too amateurish to land. The Dastan in Ajeeb Dastans is plural, which took me back to Abbas Tayarwala's film Chhoota Hi Sahi, in which characters kept describing things as Ajeebs. There are plenty of Ajeebs here too, but you know what stayed with me was the expression in Bharti's eyes in the last shot of Geeli Puchi. Watch Ajeeb Dastans for that, it's available on Netflix. If you like this review, subscribe to Film Companion and don't forget to check out our website filmcompanion.in.